Happy Monday. Today is Monday, May 15th. Since Miss Postma only has one video class this working period, she is letting the 6th graders help with announcements.
We hope you all had a great tulip time and great job 8th grade band marching in the parade.
On today's show, we have an interview with our principal, Mr. Carquet, reminders for nurse, and a chance to get to know Miss Cobb.
We also have a quick interview to tell you about the DC trip and highlights from Oliver. This and more, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm AJ.
And I'm Thomas. Oliver was a huge success. A special thanks to Mr. Huber, the cast, and all the other people involved in this show.
That was great that so many of our students were able to see the preview. In case you missed it, here are a few highlights.
Much blacker than this mirror.
We were supposed to look after him. We were supposed to bring him back with us. We were supposed to never let him out of our sight.
Back again. Come on, give it here.
This is hardly fair, Bill.
Fair enough, give it here. That's for mine.
You?
I was out on the streets for you.
Nice work. We had a few students that got a chance to talk with Mr. Carquet about the new school yard games that are available in the courtyard.
Here's more on that.
Hello, my name is Carter and we're here interviewing Mr. Carquet to find out more about the yard games. What games are there to play outside?
Hi, yeah, we have Giant Jenga, we've got Spike Ball, there's so many I had to write a list. There's Connect 4, there is, the Bubble Machine is a fan favorite. Awesome. Okay.
What can students and teachers do if they want to use the yard games other than at lunchtime?
We haven't discussed this with Mr. Stefanich or Ms. Dieters, but I would imagine there might be some times if they want to maybe check one of the games out, if they can ask Mr. Stefanich, Ms. Dieters, or myself, maybe for a class period. That might be something that could happen in the future. We haven't discussed it, like I said, but that's a great idea for teachers to
As the weather gets warmer, can you remind the kids about the dress code?
Absolutely, yes. It is warming up outside, and sometimes we want to be much more comfortable. Sometimes that includes wearing less clothing. So we want to make sure that we ride out the rest of the year with appropriate clothing. Make sure you're wearing
Why would you recommend kids to come outside and play?
Absolutely. It is a blast. We have sign-up sheets that are filled every time. If you have not taken advantage of the outdoor games, please do so. You can even go out there to cheer on your friends if you'd like. As long as you don't bring anything to eat or drink, you can go out there and visit and wait your turn to play. So everyone should be out there when we have them available.
Thank you, Mr. Carquet, for answering our questions, and thank you, Vinny, for recording.
Thanks, Mr. Carquet, for those reminders.
Let's keep making good choices and have a great end of the school year. We are hearing a lot of our 8th graders talk about the transition to high school and how they are ready to do what it takes to be the best Panther they can be.
Now for this week's general announcements.
Hi, I'm Sophia. And I'm Jocelyn. Now is the time to order yearbooks. The last day to order is this Friday. Order forms are in the main office. The cost is $11. The final meeting for NJHS is this Wednesday during lunch. 7th graders tomorrow, May 16, is the meeting to find out more about the DC trip next year. Find out about the trip to Mac Bay Cafeteria on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Here are some 8th graders that went on the trip this year sharing some of their favorite memories.
The DC trip was not that long ago, and today we are interviewing people to learn about it. What were some of the places you saw, and what was your favorite part of the DC trip?
We saw the White House, National Cathedral. We saw the MLK Memorial, some of the memorials for some of the wars, but my favorite was easily the Lincoln Memorial.
Why should kids go on the DC trip next year?
It's a fun experience, and you get to see things that you probably won't see here. And it's honestly just cool to see all the history and stuff.
What were your favorite parts of the DC trip?
I really liked the bus ride. I don't know, it was just really fun because everybody was on there at the same time and we were all like doing everything together, you know?
Thank you to these people for letting us interview them, and thank you for Maya for recording.
Even if you just want to find out more about the DC trip, come to the meeting. There are some scholarship opportunities for students that have financial need.
Now over to sports.
Thanks, I'm Bennett.
And I'm Stefani. Here's this week's games. The 6th graders have a lacrosse game tonight home against Zeeland at 6:45.
Boys and girls track and field have Zeeland relays on Wednesday.
For boys tennis, the white team has a match Tuesday against Hudsonville Riley and Thursday against Hamilton, both at home.
The black team matches up Tuesday against Hudsonville Baldwin and Thursday challenging Zeeland Cityside, both away.
For girls soccer, they are home Tuesday against Jenison and away Thursday against Grant.
Free sports physical night is this Wednesday from 5 to 7:30 at the North High School. Get a quick and free physical so you are eligible to play sports next year.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Van Allsburg and I'm a science teacher here at Macatawa Bay Middle School. I am also the middle school representative for an organization called the Panther Fund. The Panther Fund is an organization that provides financial assistance to students who cannot afford the costs associated with participating in athletics. We firmly believe that athletics are a great opportunity for students to learn to be more resourceful, responsible, and productive adults. So in that light, we are pleased to announce that there will be free athletic physicals provided for you at the North High School on May 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. These physicals are necessary for you to be able to participate in the fall sports programming that West Ottawa has to offer. We highly encourage you to participate in the free sports physicals so that you're ready to roll once the new school year starts and the new sports seasons start to roll out. Some very important information about the sports physicals are that you need to bring 2 forms. The 2 forms will be shown to you on the screen here, and you can access them by seeing the middle school athletic director, and or you can access them through the QAR code that is provided on the sports physical flyer. So what you need to bring to the sports physicals is an exam form and a consent form. And like I said, both of these forms can be provided to you by your athletic AD and the or accessing the QAR code. If you have any questions about the free physicals or the Panther Fund in general, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at vanallsburgk@westottawa.net or seeing your school secretaries. Thank you very much.
We have a pretty big sports fan at our school. He is new to Harbor Lights this year. We thought it would be nice to get to know him.
Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yes, hi, my name is Mr. Bateman. A lot of you guys know me. I've been in a lot of your English language arts classes. I'm a language arts interventionist. I've been teaching at West Ottawa for the past 21 years. I student taught at Pine Creek Elementary in a 4th grade classroom, and then I taught 12 years at Great Lakes Elementary in a 1st grade classroom, and another 8 years at Woodside in a 1st grade classroom. I'm super excited to be at the middle school. I have a son who's in 8th grade, and I also coach baseball, so I'm looking forward to it, and I've loved every minute of being at Harbor Lights this year.
What do you do, and what are some of your goals at Harbor Lights?
Well, as I said earlier, I'm a language arts interventionist, so I will be helping kids in all the language arts classes learn how to read better. I can also pull kids for tests and just support teachers that are in the English and language arts classes to help prepare kids to be good readers and writers. And I'm super excited to be partnering with my other interventionist in math, Mrs. Lynn, and we are working on iReady and how to boost our scores in iReady so that we can become good readers and writers and also good in math.
Why should we do iReady?
Well, iReady is very important. You're going to take 3 diagnostic tests each year. One at the beginning of the year. It's going to give you exactly where you are in your reading and writing and also in your math skills. And Once you take that test, it sets up MyPath lessons that are right at your level. So if you're taking those seriously and getting at least 30 minutes per week in your lessons, then you're going to continue to grow in both your reading and your math skills. So continue to get those lessons and work on those hard each day, and hopefully you'll continue to improve. And then we've already taken the middle of the year diagnostic, and at the end of the year you're going to have a chance to grow as well, and that's going to take some of your reading and math deficiencies and strengthen those skills so that you can become better in both those subject areas, and then obviously be prepared for your next grade. And those are things too where you can earn rewards. We're coming up with a big reward at the end, just like the desserts. We're going to try to find something new that's going to get you guys motivated for the end of the year. So to be determined, but look out for that too.
Why should students do their best on iReady?
Well, you need to do your best on iReady so that you are ready and at grade level. So when you go to the next year's teachers, they're going to be able to teach the content that they need to be able to teach. And that's where interventionists like myself and Mrs. Lynn come in. If you're deficient at all in those skills, I might have you for a small intervention group to help prepare you for those skills. So take it very seriously, because we want you to see growth, and that's the most important part. You might have a different level than someone else, but with hard work throughout the year, you'll continue to grow and reach your growth potential and your stretch goals.
Thank you to Mr. Bateman for letting us interview you, and thank you to Andrew for recording.
We are so glad you are at Harbor Lights and have done great work helping out students with reading and MyPath.
Speaking of MyPath, we have our final diagnostic testing this week to see the growth of our students that have made over the year.
We have another new important person at our school. She is the student registrar and helps out at the nurse. We are able to meet her and also get some good reminders from the nurse.
I'm outside the nurse's office where you'll find Miss Cobb and Miss Prentice. Miss Cobb is new here, so let's learn more about her. Can you tell us a few things about yourself?
As she said, my name is Mrs. Cobb. I have been in education for 25 years. I just came to Harbor Lights in December of this year. I've been with West Ottawa for 3 years, and I came over from Lakeshore Elementary.
What do you like about Harbor Lights?
One of the things I love most about Harbor Lights is getting to know the students as they come through. I've made many new relationships with the kids, and also I have a great staff that I work with. Since I'm new, I've been warmly welcomed into Harbor Lights. They've accepted me as like I've been on this team for the whole year.
What do you do here at Harbor Lights?
At Harbor Lights, my role is that I'm a registrar, and what that means is that I register any new students that come into Harbor Lights, and I also take care of any paperwork for kids that move out of the district into other schools. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Monday through Friday, you'll see me also in the nurse's office. And when Nurse Lindsay is at Pine Creek, I take care of any nursing issues that come up. So that's mostly, but I'm out and about in the building in different roles.
Thank you so much, Miss Cobb, for letting us interview you, and now we're going to interview Nurse Prentice. This is Nurse Prentice, and how many students would you see a day on average?
On average, I can see between 15 and 30 kids a day, but then I have kids that come down for regularly scheduled medications or treatments or procedures, so it varies every day. It's a lot of kids. You probably see me, I'm pretty busy all the time, which is good. I'm glad that I can help a lot of kids. So yeah, I would say the answer is a lot.
How long have you been working at Harbor Lights?
I have been at Harbor Lights since the 2017 school year, so I've been a school nurse here now for a little over 5 years.
Is there anything you recommend students to do to stay healthier?
Yes, I recommend that students do. There are a few things that we can do to just help support our bodies to stay healthy. If we don't do those things, we're going to have a lot more likely chance that we're not going to feel good. So first and foremost, getting enough sleep. I can't stress it enough. So for middle schoolers, you guys need about 9 or 10 hours a night, which is probably a lot more than you think that you should be getting. I know a lot of kids just get between 7 and 8 hours. That's not enough sleep for your growing bodies. So try for that 9 or 10 hours. You're going to feel a lot better. And eating breakfast. We really want to eat those well-balanced, healthy meals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, healthy snacks. So getting in those healthy, balanced diets, so lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, low-fat dairy, and limiting things with a lot of salt, sugar, and fat. The other thing that I would recommend is drinking enough water. Water is super important for our bodies. Most of our body is made up of water, so It is very important and essential. We can usually go without food for a little while, but we cannot go without water. So drinking enough water, and if you don't feel good, I would recommend that's the first thing you try, is drinking some water. It could be just dehydration that you're feeling. And of course, exercise and spending time with our friends and family are also super important for our health.
Thanks so much to Ms. Cobb and Ms. Prentice for letting us interview you, and thanks so much to Jalissa for recording us.
A reminder about sleep is so important, not only to keep your body healthy, but also it is so important for your brain and growth.
The Pride store will be open this Friday. This is the final Pride store on the calendar, so if you've been saving up your dollars all year, be ready to spend them.
Don't forget, be the best Panther you can be respectful, be responsible, make good choices, and as always, go!
Yeah, y'all are extra.